Why is it that everybody seems to be rich and me, I'm just here? Me and you, we have been seeing on social media how people seem to be having money. How do you know you are poor? If your source of income gets cut off, how long, how many days, how many months, how many years can you go without you seeking for another job or another source of income? Whatever you have in store saved, how long can it take you? That is the measure of how rich or how wealthy you are. And sometimes I be wondering, why are we really poor? Could it be because I personally come from a third world country where things are generally a little bit very expensive. Most of the things are being imported. Our currency has a very low exchange rate, very low value, minimum wage in my country. People are working for a very small amount of money, as low as $50 per month. Somebody's working in like a plantation for sugarcane, or if you find somebody who has done a certificate in nursing in my country, if you luck and get $100 per month without catering for your rentals. So in general, even if you have a job, you are literally poor. Could it be because I'm from a humble background? Maybe you're also from a humble background. Could be that's why you're not rich. For people who are from a fair family background, if then your parents passes on, they'll give you some wealth. Or even if they're still alive, as soon as you finish school, or even if you have not studied, they'll give you a business, they'll give you a startup capital, and you can begin from there. And so before you know it, you have just made 20 years, 22 years, you already have a running business. Could it be that I didn't study enough? Now, I know not everybody have a chance to study, but is education the road to wealth? Does education make you rich? That's a hard question to answer, but I believe that if you study something, it has a high demand, it is very important to the society, then you're more likely to be somehow rich. Like, let's say you're a medical doctor and people fall sick each and every time, and you can be rich from that. I don't know how long you can sustain such, whether you may not be burnt out after some time, but in my case, my undergrad, it has very low demand to no demand at all. In fact, my current job is not what I really studied. I demonstrated that I could work, I could learn. So that's why they accepted and they gave me the offer. But could it be that I have a bad job? Of course, I've just told you that what I'm doing is not professional, what I studied. So it's possible I'm being underpaid. Therefore, I can't be rich from there. But even if I was being fairly paid, how long could I go before I could get rich? I'm constrained by time. If I fall sick anyhow, then what will happen next? How about in case I get an accident? One time, one of my friends asked me, you now work in a laboratory, right? You do use your hands to test patient samples here and there. That's what you do. Imagine you get an accident, then they chop one of your arms. What happens? Up to now, I keep thinking, what happens if my hand gets chopped off? Sometimes I tend to imagine that could be it's because of the black tax. If you're in a country like for us in Africa, in here, if you happen to go higher in education, you get a job, you get some money starts coming in, somehow your parents tend to leave you with some other remaining kids, your siblings of yours to pay their school fees. Most of our parents do produce 6, 7, 8, 10 children, and they are unable to pay all their tuition up to a higher level, or they can only pay first, second, or third born. And as time gets by, they keep reminding you that you are supposed to come and pay your brothers and sisters. And that's what I am doing currently. If I don't pay for them, then they don't have a future. But could it be the reason why I'm not rich? Because I tend to imagine, like, so far now I've spent more than 4 years trying to support. If all that money was remaining with me, could I have been rich from that? The sixth reason could be that maybe me and you, we are lazy. The world is full of opportunities. Like, you can multitask, do whatever you can imagine. Or maybe I could be somewhere near the village. I could be doing farming, rearing animals. I could be doing trading. Am I living in town? I'm spending time over watching movies, busy recording YouTube videos, and no money coming in. In one way or another, we're spending most of our time doing things that will not bring money in our pocket. How about wasting money? In my case, I don't really waste money because there is no money to waste yet. To some people, they can get a good job much earlier, or they can start a business that begins working much faster, and instead of expanding, what they end up doing is use up the money because you have been looking for the money, and now that it has begun to coming, you want to pay yourself. Sometimes people overdo. You drink, you go clubbing, you hook up with some girls here and there, and they take your money. Like, they really take money. Is it that maybe you married early? Family takes a lot of resources, from a child falling sick to your spouse falling sick, your mother-in-law, father-in-law, all those extended families wanting things from you, because since after you're marrying, you now become part of that family. So anything that happens there, you become part of it. Sometimes people think that maybe they don't have any passion yet. You're just there, you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. There are a number of people who are still changing their careers right now. You ask somebody 25, 27, 30 years, like, what do you want to do? They still do not know what they want to do. You do not have any clear goal, any clear passion for yourself. You want to try everything, you want to be a master of everything, then you end up being a master of none. Is it that maybe I'm too old now, I cannot be rich anymore? No, I'm not at all. So I think in my case, I'm young, but how about in your case? But I don't think you're really that old to be rich. If you look at the KFC guy who became rich at more than 60 years of age, so I think you can become rich maybe all of a sudden, regardless of your age. But these are things that I keep thinking about it, because every time I come on the channel, try to review sites telling you that it is a scam, how to make money online, I can't stop at wonder, but how about me? How about me personally? What am I doing, and why am I not yet rich enough? I tend to try so many things, do career advancement, try to get another job, audio editing and singing. I thought maybe I would do music and try to make money from that. I tried drama, acting, skits, playing, poetry, photo editing, data analysis. That is what is my main side hustle right now, by the way. YouTube, by the way. Also began the e-learning platform with one of my colleagues. I don't know how far that is going to go, but all those are different attempts. I am really trying to see that I can become rich. What are you doing? One of my favorite YouTubers, James Journey, has this concept that says, if you then want to make money, create value, market, and make sure it is scalable, I pray that you be rich.